Do you think that my ass looks like it doesn't know what a chicken nugget tastes like? Very familiar. Before we get into it, I just want to take a quick second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Care Of. Believe me, I know the world of vitamins can be confusing and it's hard to build your perfect routine because there's just so much out there. But Care Of is a monthly vitamin subscription service that takes the guesswork out of vitamins. And luckily, they have a quiz that takes all the guesswork out of building your personalized routine. This is a super quick quiz that asks you questions about your diet, lifestyle, and health goals, recommending the right vitamins and supplements for your specific needs and goals. Not to mention, their packaging is not only super cute with daily quotes and facts that I look forward to reading, but their personalized packs are made from an eco-friendly plant-based film that makes them compostable as well. I've been using Care Of to supply all my vitamin and supplement needs for the past year now, and I absolutely love the convenience. My routine can get very busy and chaotic, so my overall goal is to maintain balance while I focus on increasing my health and wellness. I'm currently taking fish oil for heart health, B12 to promote energy production, and keratin to support hair fullness and shine. So if you are interested, you can take Care Of's quiz and see what vitamins and supplements they recommend for you. You can click the link below and use my code Beatrice50 for 50% off your first order with Care Of. Now let's get into it. Hello? It's me. So recently, Adele just dropped her new album 30, and it's safe to say that I have been relatively obsessed. It's got a lot of layers to it. It's personal, it's vulnerable, it's got a good progression and story to it. It made me feel all of the feels. Several songs made me cry, such as Easy on Me and Little Love of Mine. Oh my god, that one just... we're not going to think about that one. And then there's also the song, Oh My God, where she's like stepping into her own, this like badass energy, and I'm here for it. So in honor of that, I wanted to do this video in the guise of following Adele's exercise routine and diet. And we are going to be going over that, but mainly I just wanted to talk about Adele for 20 minutes. Now, I am absolutely positive that unless you have been living under a rock, you know that Adele slimmed down, which came with a lot of controversy, and we will get into that later. Believe me, I have a whole box of opinions to unpack here, whether you want them or not. I have them. But yeah, so she made a pretty drastic change. She lost 100 pounds in the span of 2 years, which I feel like is a pretty decent pace. But immediately after she posted that full body shot on Instagram, articles started popping up everywhere. Like, you could not escape them. And all of a sudden, the term "cert food" was in everybody's vocabulary. And for some reason, the word "cert food" just really like pisses me off. Something about it just does not sound pleasant, and I don't like saying it. I don't like hearing it. It makes me unnecessarily upset for some reason. I think it's like the same way that people feel about the word moist. But needless to say, when everybody was talking about Adele's weight loss, I just kind of went like, you go girl, and didn't look into it any further as far as like looking up the cert food diet or anything like that. But when I decided to do this video, I was like, you know what? We could do it for a day. You know, let's honor Adele. I really just want to talk about Adele. So I looked into the diet. So the cert food diet is basically just a list of foods that you're supposed to eat a certain amount of every single day in order to activate this gene that they named the skinny gene. Which is like, just tell us the name of the gene. It's okay. We're all adults here. We can take some science. I'm over here picturing fashion choices made by millennials. I should know. I'm a millennial. I'm wearing skinny jeans right now. What Harry Potter house are you in? All of that to say, it turns out, after a little bit of further digging, that Adele didn't actually follow the cert food diet. That was just like rumors that circled. You know, and I looked a little bit further into the articles claiming that she did, and it was like random media sources that interviewed Adele's manager's brother's butcher's toenail and got the scoop on Adele's diet. So it's like, so all of those are a complete garbage fire. You can't trust them. People are just making stuff up. So when I was looking up stuff for this video, I relied solely on interviews, like stuff that Adele has said. She's said outright that she didn't follow a specific diet or do any kind of intermittent fasting or anything like that. She didn't delve into what she was eating, so I'm just letting you know I'm taking a little bit of creative liberties with that. Like, I'm just piecing stuff together. But she did actually talk quite a bit about her exercise routine, and that is why we are currently sitting outside of, can you see that? I am like showing you nothing. Keep giving us nothing, B. Hold on, let me flip you around. We're sitting outside of Shill's. It's like a giant sports place with a Ferris wheel for some reason. Pretty proud of myself, not gonna lie. I just squatted that 110-pound little box into my car. Good thing I learned proper squat technique recently. We are strong, independent women that don't need no man, ever. And now we have to go to the Whole Foods. So I grossly overestimated the time it took to get supplies. It's already 1 o'clock, so I think I'm gonna have to start a full day as Adele tomorrow, seeing as half the day is already gone. But while I was in Whole Foods, I did come across this shot. It's a cold pressed juice, has orange, spices, and turmeric. And in honor of not having to do the cert food diet, which contains a lot of turmeric, let's go ahead and take a shot. Bottoms up, pip pip cheerio. Oh, that's spicy. Oh my God. Who am I, Chris Traeger? I couldn't even. Look at all those spices still left. I can't. Thank God Adele did not do the cert food diet. Did I get orange on my white shirt? Son of a man. Okay, let's just move this Hot Mess Express back home because the lighting is terrible. I made the executive decision that I'm just gonna start now and then end after lunch tomorrow because 24 hours is 24 hours, right? Apparently, Adele works out 3 times a day. And I know what you're thinking, that sounds like a lot. And it kind of is, but when I was listening to her talk about it, it made a lot of sense. She's basically saying that she was experiencing a lot of anxiety. And I could imagine with the divorce and, you know, being in a global pandemic, and starting to work out put her in a routine. It gave her discipline. She was basically able to get her shit together, and she described the gym as her me time. And as far as the anxiety goes, I agree 100%. If you don't know me, I am a highly anxious person, and one of the biggest things to help alleviate some of that anxiety has been starting to work out. I currently do a lot of circuit weight training type stuff, and when you're counting reps and you're going from one exercise to the next, there's not really time to sit there and focus on all of the little like ruminating thoughts that are just spiraling out of control in your brain. And I can definitely tell a difference in my anxiety levels from days that I work out to days that I do not work out because they're higher. Anyways, Adele's 3 workouts a day. Starts off with weight training in the morning. In the afternoon, she'll take a hike or she'll do some boxing. And she'll finish off the evening with some cardio. I only did 10 minutes and I'm completely gassed. I didn't think it was gonna be that hard, especially because I was just punching, but like, I know why this is so therapeutic. I get it. I get it, Adele. I understand. I have zero idea if that looked like I was doing anything or if I was doing those moves correctly, but it was very fun. And I'm so happy that I got this for my home gym because I can see myself just having a bad day, taking it out on the bag. Such a good workout. That was like 10 minutes and I'm dying. So, the first recipe we're gonna be making for dinner is fish pie. And if you're not sure what that is, Same. It sounds a little bit naughty, but it's just a pie filled with seafood. I got some fish in these little fancy parchment papers. Very excited about that. The guy behind the seafood counter was really thrown through a loop when I was asking for things by weight of grams. He was like, what's the metric system? And I was like, I don't know. I'm an American too. And then we cried together. It was beautiful. Just kidding, but I did really like rock his world by asking for a different unit of measurement. So yeah, we just completely guessed weights. Anyway, so back to the fish pie, and off of that tangent, Adele said in an interview that her signature dish is a fish pie. Like, she slaps together a mean fish pie. It's her trademark. That and spicy spaghetti. But I was like, spicy spaghetti, boring. Who cares about spicy spaghetti? It's all about the fish pie. Macaroni in the pot. Wop. But obviously she didn't go into too much detail. She didn't like give the recipe in the interview or anything. That's as much information as I have. She actually doesn't talk a whole lot about what she ate, like when she was losing the weight and stuff. Probably so people don't sit there and analyze it and speculate and like all the stuff that I'm doing right now in this video. But mine's all in good fun. I'm not like other girls. Just kidding. Again, I'm on one. See? Endorphins, working out. But she said in the interview that how she learned to cook for herself was she got a Jamie Oliver 30-minute meal recipe book and learned the basics through that. So all the recipes I'm gonna be doing are Jamie Oliver. I mean, what gets more British than that guy? Other than like Gordon Ramsay. And also, not gonna lie, I completely thought Gordon Ramsay and Jamie Oliver were the same person. It's sacrilegious, I know, but I am the worst. I mean, she mentions things that are more indulgent in the interview, like she says her last meal would be a Big Mac, chicken nuggets, and fries, and that she eats that like once a week. But that's giving me nothing. Keep giving me nothing, Adele. But the whole point of these videos is me like trying new things, broadening my horizons. Do you think that my ass looks like it doesn't know what a chicken nugget tastes like? Girl, I know my way around a McDonald's. Very familiar. So we're making the fish pie. It's actually so good. I was not expecting to like it this much, but I don't know. I'm just kind of shocked, actually. I never in a million years thought that I would make fish pie, let alone eat it, and I'm pleasantly surprised. It's actually really good. Good morning. I got a little bit later of a start than I wanted to this morning because I petered around and was trying to make an egg cup out of tin foil for most of the morning. But it doesn't matter. We are in the gym now. We're gonna get this strength training workout going. Adele didn't go into specifics about what she does. She just says she lifts weights. She did, however, mention that she does deadlifts, and she started out with just 10 pounds and now she's all the way up to 160, 170. So that's a lot of progress and that's awesome. So I'm just gonna do one of my normal strength training circuits and just throw some deadlifts in there. I don't do them that often, so I'm just gonna start out with like 10-pound dumbbells and really focus on form. So that's the plan. Let's get into it.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Back at Blue's Cluesing again for breakfast. More Jamie Oliver recipes. I'm not sure whether I should retitle this video like eating 24 hours like Jamie Oliver, but also talking about Adele a lot. I don't know, it's honestly a shit show. But yes, I'm gonna be making some squash pancakes with some dippy eggs, and asparagus soldiers. And I was very excited because I remember that this exists. My food scale from way back when, you could change the units on it to grams. That solves all my problems. I feel like I can actually make this recipe right. But that also brings up the question, if like this little cheap scale that I got for like $13 can change units of measurement, why couldn't the super fancy scale that they have behind the fish counter do it? I don't know, I digress. Let's make some breakfast. I'm mostly excited about this dippy egg. Shit. Well, I hard-boiled it. We could pretend. Oh, that's foul, sorry. I think my main problem when I film myself making eggs is that it takes me so long to get like the after shots that it just keeps cooking in its shell. I should have blanched it. Is that the proper term? I don't know. Let's try these pancakes. These are pretty good. They're kind of sweet, kind of savory. I got my cuppa with milk. I kept seeing something called rocket in all of these recipes. Turns out it's just arugula. So let's have a quick chat about something. When Adele lost her weight, she got backlash. There's people saying that she wasn't body positive anymore because she lost the weight, that she was just trying to fit some mold, that she finally caved into like the standards of Hollywood. People were mourning her like their idol had died because she lost some weight, because like they lost that representation. And I get it. I realize the importance of having representation. I realize how important it is to let people have an equal opportunity based on their talents rather than the way that they physically look. But on the same note, I'm just curious if these people forgot the past decade. Adele has been in the music industry for over a decade now. Like, she's stayed plus size this entire time. If you think that she was trying to fit some mold, wouldn't it have been earlier in her career? I just don't really get it, but then that brings up the issue of autonomy and like people taking responsibility for their own lives rather than projecting that and putting it on someone else. Because Adele said it best, she said that she's not responsible for how other people feel about their body. She obviously can't take into account how everybody else will feel about their body if she decides to get healthier. But I relate to the sentiment of people kind of projecting their own stuff onto you. Because when I was doing good and I was losing weight, and then all of a sudden I hit a rough patch and I started doing bad and I gained it all back, people really took offense to it as if I was doing something to them rather than me just trying to figure out my own stuff, which I didn't understand at the time because it's like everything that I'm doing solely affects me, but other people were vested in my story and me failing was like them failing. That's a very interesting concept for me, and I think it's one of the things that really helped me realize that I just need to do me, because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. There's always going to be someone that thinks that what you're doing is wrong. They're going to think that their way is best. And that's why I completely stand by that there is no one size fits all for weight loss or really anything else that you do in your life. The most perfect diet and exercise regime that could ever be imagined will not help everybody. Sorry, I felt like I was on a roll and then I had to change batteries. Basically, the whole thing's about personal growth. And with Adele, some people kind of like put her in this box, like this is what she is, she's not allowed to change, and then once she did change, backlash, which is pretty messed up. And I'm also now just realizing that my shame corner has been in clear view this entire time. Oh well, anyway. Okay, I'm ready to make the final meal, and it's gonna be some green dream noodles by, you'd never guess it, but Jamie Oliver. Despite this recipe calling for a sachet of miso and me not knowing what a sachet was, this recipe was so easy to make. It packs a lot of deep flavors with the miso and ginger, so you get that umami satisfaction, but it doesn't feel too heavy. And I'll definitely be making this again. It seems like the kind of thing where you can just throw whatever vegetables you have in and it'll work. In conclusion, Adele is awesome. She has a wonderful personality and she sings like a siren from the heavens above. Very sorry that the recipes were highly speculative. I did, however, have a fun time making this video and I found a lot of new foods that I like. Fish pie, who knew? I don't personally think that I'm going to be adopting the 3 times a day workout method as I'm pretty sore right now. But I did find a new workout that I like because of Adele. Boxing is very fun. So I'm excited to start incorporating that into my workout routine. But as always, I thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to subscribe and hit that notification bell, all that stuff really helps out the channel. But other than that, I just hope that you're having a wonderful day and I will see you on the next one. Bye!